What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome back to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I have 3 envelopes that I'm going to share with you after I messed the camera up there. And we're going to see what kind of sports we got here. I think because of the postmark on one of these that it's actually going to be outside of my baseball realm. This is going to be a basketball success, so we're going to wait on that one for last. But we will open this one up. This one is postmarked from Michigan. And it is indeed a baseball success. And it is Mr. Paul Noce. Noce. I'm going to go with Noce because nice is N-I-C-E, where this is N-O-C-E. So Paul Noce on 1, 2, 3, and a minor leaguer card makes 4. Now, why did I write Mr. Noce? Basically, I saw another YouTube video where somebody had a success with him. I recently acquired a large quantity of Chicago Cubs / St. Louis Cardinals junk ball era cards. I bought a basically 3,500 count lot of Cardinals and Cubs. Now, the Cubs section had, like 45 Ryan Sandberg cards, 40 on Dave Dawson's, but there's a lot of commons, from that era. And I just went through the box one night and started sorting them by player, and I thought, well, let's see who signs through the mail, and that's where I found, Mr. Noce, and that's why I wrote him. And saw people had success with him. Mr. Noce played approximately 2 years in the majors. He spent 1981 to 1991 playing professionally. He was on the Chicago Cubs, as you can see from his card, but he also played 1 game with the Cincinnati Reds before the end of his career. Most of his career was spent in the minor leagues. He appeared in only 71 games at the major league level, but as you can see from the cards, those 70 games, 70 of the 71 were as a Cub. So, very happy to add another Cub that I didn't have to my collection. Had tons of these laying around, so I thought, why not stick them in the mail? Let's see if he signs. So thank you, Mr. Noce. All right, this next one, I believe, might be a basketball success. So, and yes, it is. It is former Cleveland Cavalier, Houston Rocket, Seattle Supersonic, Craig Ehlo on 1, 2, 3, and 4. A little bit of a glare there. And Craig Ehlo was, I believe, in the NBA for around 13, 14 seasons. I will confirm that. Let's see. Yes, it looks like 13 seasons. And he is a Washington State alumni. That's where he played his college ball. Was drafted by the Houston Rockets. Played 3 seasons with them before they let him go. He actually played a season in the CBA and was picked up by the Cleveland Cavs. Primarily used as a bench guy. I don't think he ever was much of a starter during his career. He played, primarily he was a 3-point specialist shooter that could play the shooting guard / small forward position. He commonly, would come in to help with that instant 3-point, mid-range game. After he left the Cavs, he played a couple seasons with the Atlanta Hawks. Then finished up his career with the Seattle Supersonics, back in his, state where he went to college, where he eventually retired, and went on to, I believe, some TV work and some coaching at the collegiate level. Not too sure what he's been up to. It looks like he resigned in 2013 from coaching from Eastern Washington, so I don't know exactly what he's been doing since then, but played during an era where they made lots of his cards, You know, these cards are relatively common and easy to find. You know, you shouldn't pay over, you know, a quarter a piece for these. Probably to be a good, you know, good estimate for how much these would realistically cost you. So if you have any Craig Ehlos, I know there's a lot of hardcore basketball collectors that watch this channel. Definitely look really hard at your late 80s, early 90s commons, because odds are you probably got some Craig Ehlo cards in there. And if you want to put them together, write them a nice letter and stick them in an envelope, he'll sign them for you. So thank you, Mr. Ehlo. Really appreciate getting that one back. Now this next one, I'm really excited to get back, if it is who I think it is. And this is postmarked from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And it is exactly who I think it is. And that is newly elected Hall of Famer Maurice Cheeks on 1 and 2 cards. This is actually the first time that I got Maurice Cheeks, or Mo Cheeks, he also goes by, as a Success TTM. I had written Mr. Cheeks a couple previous times to no avail. I literally was running out of cards to send to him, and I was going through my cards, and I found 2 more, and I thought, okay, third time's a charm maybe. So I sent them to the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is where Maurice is now currently an assistant coach, and I got him back in probably less than 2 weeks. So very pumped to get my Maurice Cheeks autographs back. Like I said, he's a Hall of Famer. Just got elected to the Hall of Fame last season. Unfortunately, I don't have any Philadelphia Sixers cards signed by him. This is towards the end of his career. After he spent a long time with Philadelphia, he kind of jumped around from different teams like the Spurs, the Knicks, among others. I think he played like 2 or 3 other teams other than the Sixers. Can't find it off the top of my head. The Pistons. No, he coached the Pistons, excuse me. The Hawks, the Nets, the Knicks, and the Spurs, other than the Sixers. So he played from basically 1978 to 1993. So his older cards are going to be a little harder for you to come by, but he played in the era where they made tons of cards. You know, you're probably going to find like these Knicks cards, very common to find. Now that he's a Hall of Famer, they've probably gone up a little bit in value, but they should be relatively easy for you to find. Like I said, he is currently an assistant coach with the Oklahoma City Thunder. I sent these 2 cards to him, care of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he graciously returned them in relatively quick time. So I'm not going to say, right, Mr. Cheeks. He's not 100% for sure, you know, going to sign your stuff. This is actually my 3rd attempt over the years to try to get him to sign. He's been with the Thunder for, I think, since the 2015 season, so for 3 seasons. This is the first time I actually got him back. I've written him every season prior to this to no avail. And I don't know if I happened to, you know, send him cards that he wanted to keep for his collection, or, you know, I sent too many, because I think probably the first time I sent him 4, maybe he got offended by that. So if you're going to write Maurice Cheeks, I would recommend only sending 2 at max. You know, especially since he's a Hall of Famer now, it's going to probably get a little harder to get his autograph now that he's in the Hall of Fame. So be cordial, be nice. That might get you the results, you know, but I'm 1 for 3, so we'll see if, you know, you guys are more successful than I. So thank you for watching another episode. Added a couple NBA greats to my collection, and added a former Chicago Cub minor leaguer / somewhat major leaguer to my collection. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And stay tuned for future TTM Thursday videos. Thanks.